Hey guys, welcome to Football Preview Podcast FPL Session 2. After the regular FPL dose, ഞങ്ങളുടെ weekly machine learning lineup discuss ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടാണ് വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. So let's get cracking right to it. As you guys can see, ഞങ്ങൾ കഴിഞ്ഞ ആഴ്ച മോഡൽ റൺ ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ മോഡൽ predict ചെയ്ത് the team would get a haul of 60 points, and it has got exactly 60 points, as you can see on the screen. Quite damn good business to be frank. So the topics are let's start with the goalkeepers. Bala goalkeeper list, I see a couple of decent picks. Leno's a good shot, I think, with given how brilliant Arteta has set up his defensive.
Right.
Guaita fixtures have been kind, yes. But I think given 3 consecutive blanks, people might have slight apprehensions, especially since he's at 5. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this set of goalkeepers are a fair mixtures of regular as well as differential picks. So I think almost all of them are in with a decent amount of clean sheets in the next couple of games at least, if you keep them for the longer haul. I do like Lowry and the way that he's looking up, going into and up to game week 9, right? After that is when the fixtures turn sour for Spurs. So Guaita is supposed to keep a clean sheet. That's the hope. Actually, they conceded very late 2 weeks ago. So I think that was one clean sheet.
On my FPL team, so I hope you're right on that.
Yeah. So I think, let's trust the machine.
Let's just trust the machine and go forward. Who are the defenders that we're looking at?
The defenders actually looks like a fair bit of very strong shot, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone you'd expect to continue hitting big or hit big starting this week are there. Chilwell, Zuma. Zuma, I think, he season either a 3 goal scorer than you already in about 7 weeks. So he's actually, I mean, Chelsea defenders are actually something that you might want to keep an eye out for.
Right.
My personal picks among these 2 are Cresswell and Bellerin. Very attacking defenders have been finding themselves in attacking positions more often than not. Cresswell fixtures are more on the kinder side as compared to Bellerin in the next 4 game weeks, so you might want to keep an eye on that. But those 2 solid shouts.
Yeah, and to your point, Jithin, maybe you can look to bring in Cresswell now, and when the run of difficult fixtures ends for Arsenal, you might even be able to grab Bellerin for a little cheaper because people might be trading him out. His price might actually drop. So
I think
that's a good,
I think
combination right there.
In about 4 weeks after they're done with the North London derby, like maybe switch Bellerin for Cresswell.
Solid.
Who come in our midfield?
Again, a strong set of people, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on Oba, and I'm sure a lot of people started with Aubameyang and they were frustrated by his lack of points. But who knows? Has he turned a corner with the penalty that he scored last week, or is it just a false dawn? That's something we still need to find out.
Yeah.
Right.
And my opinion, the only thing that I might have second thoughts here is on Mahrez. Especially since I have owned him, or I have owned him for the last 3 game weeks, and he has been blanking consistently for me.
Right.
But City have a decent set of fixtures after the immediate 2 game weeks, so maybe you never know who Pep's gonna bring in. That side is always there, but fair shout. Baki nalu wala parna wale Aubameyang, Son, and Salah and Sterling are really solid shouts, though Oba's ownership is on the lower side.
Right. And actually, Oba might even surprisingly be a differential pick at this stage because of the number of people who don't have him at this time. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you don't expect Oba to blank continuously for a long time, right? I don't think he's gonna stay blanking. So
right. So when I started the season, for me, I think Oba and Salah were like my season keepers. But unfortunately, I started falling behind so quickly that I had to do something drastic. So I chopped Oba in that. So I think it was not a bad move for me personally because I can't afford to fall even further behind.
I think also that he started at 12. Now he's at 11.7 or something. So save extra 0.3.
Right.
Who are the strikers? Let's get to the main men who have been giving points in the FPL. Obviously, you would expect Harry Kane to be there.
Right.
He probably be there week in, week out. Lacazette seems to be a surprising shout. though I mean the machine would know it better than me, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
One
and I
thing,
think
yeah, Bala.
yeah. So I think Lacazette. I would favor Lacazette rather than Aubameyang in the more difficult fixtures because the
Right.
tougher the game, the more attention that defenders pay Aubameyang. So Lacazette is actually the one who gets freed up usually, and Lacazette is the one who's playing through the front, right? So he's the target man, focus of all Arsenal's attack. So maybe not a bad shout. I feel even though the numbers don't bear out, but the point to note is we are trying to pick up players who will score us points going forward, not people who scored us points the weeks before, right?
Correct.
So in that
Yes.
sense, maybe Lacazette is really a good shot. I'm not convinced with Batshuayi, but Lacazette really looks like a
Actually, probably have got a shot because of the kind of fixtures that he has
Mm.
for the next 7 months. Werner, the managers who own him, I think you've got the green light from Lampard that Werner's going to be on spot kick duties for a while now, so that
Exactly.
adds to value. I'm pretty sure the machine did not know that, but given he started taking penalties for Chelsea from the midweek Champions League win over Rennes, I think Werner's actually a much more valuable striker than he was up till now.
And another thing, I think what makes Werner more valuable is the emergence and establishment of ZH, because all forwards thrive and survive on service from the flanks, right? And ZH is pinpoint. I think when the season is done, ZH might actually be the star signing for Chelsea.
Who knows? Could be. So what does the model ask us to or suggest us to put a starting 11 in this week?
I think this is the best case 11 that we can fit in based on our budget. And if you look at that, it is a bunch of informed players. What do you think, Jithin?
Yes, of course. Like you said, you have to fit 11 based on price constraints, and that's the reason why you don't have all your top scoring options in here. Couple of questions that I have is, in fact, the only question that I have is if you have Kane and as well as Oba, why would you captain Oba? But maybe this is the week that Aubameyang turns a corner. So
yeah,
that might be the reason. Pablo Fornals is actually a damn good shout because he has consecutive double-digit overhauls, one of which is against Liverpool. Almatarla, after Mo Salah, I think Fornals has the second highest shots on target as well over the last 3-4 game weeks. So pretty good shout. Pablo Fornals, you might want to keep an eye out for him.
I do like Gerard Bowen also because
Mahrez.
The longer that Antonio is injured, I think Bowen might have to play further up. So I think that's also a decent shout.
Yep, defense looks pretty well set for 3 6-point hauls. Though I think they've made the right move by benching Bellerin this week over Cresswell. Though Arsenal's defense has been quite good, so you can't completely go against Arsenal having a clean sheet. But I think Cresswell has a better chance of keeping a clean sheet against Fulham. So maybe that's the reason why Bellerin's been kept on the bench.
Right. So maybe I would have
teams look set.
Yeah. Maybe I would have tried to play 4-5-1 this week with Bellerin coming up and maybe not even spending that much money on Lacazette. Because if you think that Villa's going to be a tough game, it's going to be tough for Lacazette as well as Bellerin, because Bellerin is going to be one of the main providers for Lacazette in this game. Right.
But either way, I think 57 points, because I think half the Premier League FPL managers playing the game would gladly accept it before the game week. So
right.
I think it's a good shout. Let's see how it turns.
Right. So there you have it. That's your ML predictions for the. That's your ML predictions for the day, and let's see how you do this week. And do join us. We have a mini league going, so it is. You can join us in this mini league here and pit yourself against what Jithin, I, and some of our other heavy hitters are doing week in, week out. So we would love to see you there.
Yeah, feel free to join. We have prizes for the folks who end up winning at the end of the league. And as usual, show us your love and support. Comment, like, share, as well as give us feedback if you think, given the choices that the machine learning has churned out, if you think there's a better combination that you could think of, do let us know, and we'll see how that goes. Cheers,
Yeah, and
guys.
if you
See
have
you on the other
questions
side of
about
gaming.
your lineup for this week, put them in the comments. We have more than a
Yeah, sure.
panel of experts to give you some inputs
I know.
for. Yeah.
Yep. We can definitely do that.
Okay.
Cheers,
Thanks,
guys.
everyone.
Have a good game week.
See you in the next week.